Maybe you're wondering, why would I scale my dietitian private practice? And what does a budget have to do with this all anyway? Firstly, there's a ton of benefits to scaling your dietitian private practice, including increased financial freedom, increased financial stability, and increased enjoyment in the work that you do. You can position yourself as a leading expert and learn new skills if you're willing to take this journey. But there will be some bumps ahead. So I want you to reflect on why it would be important to you to scale your business and to put forth all of the effort that it takes to create systems and processes to have your dietitian private practice ran on a larger scale. Scaling your business has a lot to do with creating a great budget that you often refer to. So you might be wondering, what is a budget, or how does it have to do with scaling your dietitian private practice? A budget is a financial plan that outlines an individual or your organization's income and expenses for a specific period of time. Typically monthly, quarterly, or annual basis. You probably want to have all of the above. It serves as a roadmap for managing money, ensuring that financial resources are allocated efficiently to meet various financial goals and obligations. And here's what a budget can look like. Here's an example of a budget. Now, we offer you this template with our support inside of our program. So what we have here is broken down categories and months. And the idea is that you duplicate this tab and you're using a budget every year. So if we break down per month, if you create total income, total outgoings, and then you're going to have your net cash flow, inflow, outflow. Then you've got income, expenses, it could be employee or contractors, other expenses like marketing, so these are categorized in general expenses. And then we have other cash flows. This is a great way. You can even go back and tabulate from the previous year, and you want to be aware of these numbers and these reference points, and this is going to guide you towards making future decisions. So filling out this template and having an awareness year to year is really important. There's a lot of purposes that you need to use a budget, such as income, expenses, categories, budget allotments, savings and investments, debt repayment, emergency funds, tracking and monitoring, adjustments, financial awareness, and financial discipline, which can be, let's face it, the hardest. If you want to scale your dietitian private practice, you will need to manage your resources, your budget being a huge resource, because your budget is going to tell you where to allocate your funds, how much to pay yourself, how much to pay your staff, whether that's contractors or employees, how much to allocate towards quarterly tax planning. So there's a lot of information that you're going to need to understand from the checks and balances of your budget to then make decisions about forecasting, planning, and execution within your private practice. These are the foundations, the nuts and bolts that you'll need to scale your dietitian private practice. And you don't have to do this alone. You can do this work with a CPA, a tax specialist, and us here at Dietitian Boss. Now, of course, for any legal questions or financial questions, that's outside of our scope, but we can help you with strategy, and we can be there to help show you how the budget aligns with your strategy when it comes to growing your business. But you will need to ask the specific legal questions about where you live and all of the information that has to do with taxes with the appropriate professional. And we do offer coaching and a library, which is an affordable membership to help you based on your learning style and your budget. And when you start working with us, because we know how to help you scale your dietitian private practice and use a budget, that can feel like quite a relief. Scaling means you're growing your operations of your company while you're maintaining efficiency and profitability. Growing your operations while maintaining efficiency and profitability. Growing your operations without sacrificing profit is going to take a lot of work for you to put into the business with extremely beneficial payoff. Often this means you're going to increase production. You're going to increase your customers and revenue base without increasing costs. This allows you to reach a greater market and achieve success. Scaling is a goal for many businesses long term because it can help you stay competitive, but not every business wants to scale. Camp Scale, a dietitian private practice that believes in Camp Scale, will treat their day-to-day differently than the Camp Non-Scale. So let's talk a little bit about what that means. If you always want to offer one-on-one and you don't want to either hire someone to help you, or you don't want to create a business model or a product or a service that can deliver results without you, then you're not going to have an opportunity to scale. So you need to look at the business model to see that you even have the opportunity to scale. One way a lot of traditional dietitian private practices in a group setting can scale is that they hire a lot of coaches under them. The model of a group practice is scalable because you can help more people, but you will need, again, to really focus on the operations. So that means that you're going to need to have systems in place, make sure people are meeting their numbers, make sure that your employees are happy. So there's a lot of work that goes into successfully maintaining and scaling a group practice. But that's just one example of how you might want to do it. If you're on the Camp No scale, then you want to do things as a solo practitioner, and you might not want to offer a model that allows you to scale, and that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with not scaling, but if you do want to scale, there are a lot of benefits. And we support dietitians to scale because you can help more people and create more flexibility. One of the problems I see if you don't set up a way to scale your business, if you don't have a business model that supports scale, is that leads to burnout and inflexibility. Because if you're always offering one-on-one as a solo practitioner, and your model doesn't allow for scale, then you're going to have a hard time taking time off, having kids, figuring out maternity leave, or figuring out postpartum. And so all of those aspects of life are made easier if you can just think about the business model and how you can make some easy adjustments, put in some hard work for some awesome payoff. So you need a budget to scale so that you can make better decisions with your business model. Business models such as group coaching, membership, group practice where you're hiring coaches under you, affiliate marketing, all of those types of offers lend to scaling versus you just offering one-on-one services and trading time for dollars. You can't scale that. The only way you can scale that model is if you hire a bunch of coaches under you to help serve a larger population, more patients, more clients. So what does this require? Any one of those business models that I mentioned, or a combination of them, courses, memberships, group programming, will require you're using a budget as a tool to then make decisions about how to best support the future of not only the marketing and the service delivery, also called the operations of that offer and of your business model, but also to know how much you can pay yourself and pay back in taxes. And it's important that you get that right, and all of that data that I just mentioned can be learned and extrapolated and analyzed from creating and following a budget. Not only will you gain financial awareness, but you can also practice financial discipline. So you might be wondering, how do you use a budget to create your goals in your dietitian private practice that's looking to scale? First, you want to set a clear financial goal. No judgment on what that goal can be. It can change, but you want to think about either your top line revenue and or your profit margins. Right? How much do you want to take home? Because knowing those numbers is going to help you reverse engineer what decisions to make now to reach those goals in the near future. You're then going to want to prioritize your goals based on your financial goals and based on your budget, right? So your budget is serving as that main tool, and you're going to create goals and break them down each quarter and month and week based on what your annual financial goals are so that you can work towards achieving them. Finally, you want to track and monitor. Now, this part can be a little bit difficult for people who aren't used to this level of let's say compliance, but you will need to have a process in place where you're tracking. Now, a CPA can help you with this. You can also do this in-house, but you will need a profit and loss reviewed system, and you're going to need to figure out how that works in your company. Could be weekly, could be monthly, but definitely needs to happen regularly so that you have a check and balance for all of your key metrics that have to do with your budget planning.
We know that this takes discipline, which is why we have many resources inside of our membership to help you make these decisions, such as filling out this annual planning document, which can help you get really clear with setting your budget and setting your goals. So we have many other resources like this inside of the Dietitian Boss library that you can access for a very affordable price.
Now, in our membership, particularly in stage 4, we show you how to scale your dietitian private practice. Not only do you have access to the resources that we've created, but you also have access to me and our team to answer your questions, to give you the support that you need as you're learning new skills and setting up those systems to create flexibility and more opportunities for growth and impact in your business, not to mention revenue.
Inside of the library, you have access to over 300 lessons. Additionally, I provide you with a workbook so you can work alongside and complete exercises and get feedback to make progress in your business journey. Now, we have different sections, including stages of business, to help you understand what to work on next to help you progress with starting and growing your business. We also have guest lectures, live call recordings, and resources such as templates where we've written words for you for social media and email marketing to speed up your process. We hope you look forward to joining, and we invite you to come to the library, Dietitian Boss Library, with your peers and our team and me, Libby, to help you grow your business.
If you want to learn more about finance as a dietitian, I want you to check out this next video on screen.